This is me, standing next to MrBeast as a VIP in his $3 million Squid Game video. And while I was there, I learned there is a lot going on behind the scenes in MrBeast videos, and some of it you've never seen before.
Hey Carl, what's up, man?
Penis.
But how did I get here? Well, I'm a YouTuber who plays Brawl Stars, the sponsor of MrBeast video, and I was hand-selected by them to be one of the masked VIPs. So the next day, I spent thousands of dollars, flew halfway across the country, left my channel behind with no content for a week, and I did all of this not even knowing if I would end up in the video. After I show you some behind-the-scenes footage, I'm going to watch MrBeast's video with you guys, and we're going to find out if it was all worth it. I arrived in North Carolina, and after a quick ride with my best friend Kairos, who also got chosen to be in the video, we arrived at a private location where MrBeast built the set for the first game, Red Light, Green Light. Now you would imagine that the set for this game would be big, but you'd be wrong. It was massive, and they built the entire set in under 2 weeks. Inside the walls, it was probably 120 yards long, and at the end of it was the iconic girl watching over the contestants that you probably saw in Matthew Beam's video. Behind that wall was a control center where they were able to monitor everyone inside with motion sensors, drones, and a dizzying number of expensive cameras. Shortly after arriving, we were offered the opportunity to be one of the masked soldiers to keep a close watch on all the contestants. I mean, I was hoping to at least be a triangle, but the best I could get was a circle. We went through multiple training exercises, nailing down what was considered movement and what was not. We then learned the system of eliminating players by using a custom-built iPhone app that would trigger the squibs. After all this, we walked into the arena and it was time to play. As the players filed in, some were happy, some were joking, and some honestly just looked terrified.
You're fine.
Me, I was on a mission to make sure if they made just one false move that, oh yeah. But things got a little more real than I anticipated once the game actually started. I remember the first player I eliminated. I could see the anguish in her eyes as her hopes and dreams of $456,000 just went away. And in that moment, I truly realized just how big of a deal it was to press the eliminate button. And to be honest, I felt really horrible. But with one final mad dash to the finish line, the first game was complete. And there were about 230 players left, but they only wanted about 18 players by the time they got to the bridge game, so the next game had to be hard. The first day was done, and I headed back to the hotel, but by this point, I was feeling really anxious because I hadn't put out a video on my channel in a week, so I recorded one from the hotel, and to be blunt, it sucked, and the views kind of showed that. At this point, I was questioning, should I even be here? I still don't know the answer to that, but on to the next day and the next game. We went into the huge playground, and we waited for the contestants to arrive. Quite a few of them were asking me which line that they should get in so that they could get the triangle, but honestly, I had no idea. Once the contestants lined up, the first glass was shattered. The contestants were getting antsy as one by one, the shapes were revealed. I was told to come stand right next to the umbrella line to prevent anybody from jumping lines. Now, once they all received their shapes, the time started and they got busy. Now, there was one group of girls right by me that hadn't talked for 10 minutes because, well, they were saving up their spit. Kind of nasty and brilliant? I actually don't know if they made it. Surprisingly enough, some people actually completed the umbrella shape and pretty quickly, but the vast majority of people around me, they didn't make it. I even let one guy press the button to eliminate himself because, he was gone at this point. So also, the squibs, when they broke open, they stunk really bad. Not a good smell in that room, I'll tell you that much right now. But in the end, around 100 people or more were eliminated, and it was on to the next game. Now, Tug of War, I actually didn't see in person because the recording was going on so long, and I was honestly pretty tired. I did, however, hear some stories of an all-jock team losing to a weaker team, but I'm actually excited to see how it all went down for myself. Again, I haven't seen the video yet. Man, I hope I'm in it. Just for 3 seconds, man. Come on. I wasn't in the room when they were filming marbles, but I did get to take a look around the set beforehand. It was pretty amazing to see this in person. The proportions were life-size, and the vibe was the same. It was beautiful and creepy all at the same time. I spoke to some of the contestants afterwards, and they said that the game was really intense and emotional. This is one where it seemed like real life imitated the show pretty closely. Well, without the killing, of course. But what I was really excited for was the bridge game, because as one of the VIPs, this was my best chance to get some screen time in the video.
Oh my God!
It was during this that I got to meet a lot of the MrBeast crew like Tariq, Chandler, Nolan, Chris, and Carl. The room was built from scratch off to the side of a big warehouse that was separate from the main MrBeast campus, and the furniture was like all rented from a local vintage furniture store. They really went all out on the VIP room. Before the bridge game started, we filmed the spot where Carl faced off against Chris in Brawl Stars. I coached Carl and Kairos coached Chris, and even though that they were new to the game, honestly, they picked it up pretty quickly. Carl picked Jackie while Chris went with Spike. Carl was able to dominate this one as he quickly charged through the center, took control, and never let go.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Done.
Oh, God.
I was learning the gameplay.
Oh, what does your number 1 mean again?
And then in the fifth and final match, both Chris and Carl picked brawlers that they were familiar with by now. Carl went with Jackie again, and Chris went with Nita, both brawlers they had won with previously. This time, however, Carl just kind of dominated Chris. That gave him the win, and he let Chris know about it.
Hey, Mom, I gotta go. I just won.
I think it was the superior coaching here that really helped
honestly,
out.
it's raw talent. It's raw talent. Okay, that did. I'll go against anybody.
Go against him.
That's right.
Right now.
Ready?
Right now.
Right. If I win, I keep your YouTube channel.
That's right.
That is fair.
Kairos played a 1v1 match against Carl where I tried to mismatch the brawlers as much as possible to give Carl a shot, and honestly, he started off pretty good. He was dodging some shots, but then experience took over and Kairos easily won.
Ah! You already used all your gadgets?
Oh, am I not supposed to?
No!
Oh, God.
Okay, Russ. Okay, that's okay.
So if I win, does that mean I get your Twitch?
Ooh!
Hey, good job.
So how do I log into your Twitch now?
Okay, all right.
And then it was my turn to 1v1 Chris, and he let Chris take Crow, Betrayal, and I had to play Tick. But like the previous matchup, experience trumped brawler selection, and I beat Chris.
It's almost like I played the game before you have.
It just
I'm just
feels
saying.
a bad matchup.
No, it's a good matchup.
It is.
It doesn't feel
sucks.
like it at all,
It
especially if
kinda
I don't have a shield.
Oh, man.
All of that was a ton of fun, but now it was time to watch the main event from the VIP room. While we couldn't hear the contestants from the VIP room, it was clear that some were like refusing to move after taking a chance and making a jump, except for number 10. Like that dude just wanted to be the hero, I guess, and well, it didn't end well for him. Now, as the time was winding down, things were getting like crazy intense. All of us in the VIP room were freaking out, thinking that no one was going to make it. With about 15 seconds left, a couple brave souls finally made the jump, and of course the crowd just followed right in behind them. After that, I went down to the main floor where Jimmy was reviewing the footage to find out exactly who crossed the line and who didn't. We spoke with him for a brief moment and then thanked him for allowing us to come and participate. At this point, my time was over because I had to head home, but did I actually make it into the video? Was the entire trip worth it? I think the video airs tomorrow, so we'll come back tomorrow and find out if I made it into MrBeast Squid Game.
Tomorrow.
Let's see. I'm actually right there. This is actually me right there. That's cool and all, I guess, but we want to see me actually, my face. That's the goal. There was times where he let them stand like motionless, just like for a long time in between. See, I was actually supposed to stand right here, but then the girl that was over here, I was way taller than her, so they made me move to the corner. Oh. That's me right there. Okay, wait, back up. They did this is me right here, right next to Jimmy. That's me right here. You know, the chubby dude right there. That is me. Of course, I'm just a circle. Nobody knows. So 456, of course, was the main character of Squid Game. He actually made it a long way. And the longer that he made it, like everybody on the MrBeast team, they're like, dude, everybody's gonna think this is rigged, that we were like helping him get through. But no, like he actually just did really well. Okay, so this is me right here. This guy was actually a Brawl Stars fan. He knew both me and Kairos, and we talked to him before the bridge scene. This is actually, look at it, says my name on there. This is a screen recording from when I was coaching Carl that he showed him. So yay, like YouTube, right there. That's me. Okay, this is crazy because this is not what it looked like. The CGI is crazy. Like, are they even gonna show the VIP room? Like they put a lot of work into it. You guys saw the footage. They're not gonna show me. I mean, they show my name. I was in it. Whoa. He's so happy. Of course he is, man. Good for him. It was a great experience, and I appreciate MrBeast letting me come out and, participate. That was awesome. It just, bye.
MrBeast 6000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay.